Do you get just like, I feel like Don Cannon's, speaking of slept on, one of the most slept on greatest producers of all time.
Facts.
Appreciate that.
Do you just get like your first pick on beats, or just like
Yep.
So you get to hey yo, pull up a phone.
He'll just come in the studio and just open the laptop and just start playing shit. Like he'll play chops, the sample chops. Like, you fuck with this? Yep. Even if I don't fuck with it, yep. I need it.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, I'm sending it to you. Just leave.
Are you like actively producing like with him in mind, or you
Actively?
Active.
Well, because he's there, it's like I know that he's gonna rap on certain things.
Right.
That this game is really missing. Like I'm going to certain artists, they not in that bag anymore, but he's in that bag. So I'm like, okay, I'm in that bag. Let me get there. I'm in a hip hop state of mind right now. We purists, so
For sure.
sometimes I just get in that mode where it's like, man, I know we're gonna make something special because I'm in that mode.
Is it like refreshing? Obviously, not to get into the politics of what happened with Kendrick and Drake, but do you feel like the Kendrick moment at least brought like a certain level of like fans being a little more cognitive to the lyricism?
1,000%.
To hip hop?
Definitely.
It brought so much to it. I mean, it invited other people to try their hand at bars. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you seen Joey Badass just jump in and just
People were mad at Joey. I'm like, why y'all mad at Joey? Joey's one of them ones. Like this is what is supposed to happen.
It's inviting people to be excited about rapping again, and that's how we clear up the belly of hip hop. Like you know what I mean? Make it interesting.
100%.
Not even just fans, but like other artists too. Like
artists, execs.
I think everybody looked at after that time period, this time last year, and the months that ensued afterwards. Like, I think everybody felt like, oh, we gotta step our shit up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think too. It's like you see, however you think about the big three, like all of them are like lyrical killers. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And it's been like that through eras and generations.
And the era is like those, like that's
that's
what I try to tell everybody. I'm like, yo, if y'all see the artists who are here forever, who got longevity, none of them are whack.
Yeah, they're killers.
Facts.
Yeah, their pen game is
people
always.
People will have a little wave. They'll have a little, 2-3 year run, but then it's like, well, shit. What happened to Little Pump?
go.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Facts.
Not to take your shot to Little Pump, but yeah, no, I think that's why it's dope to see. I mean, I think Jack's like that too, man. Like, I think like Jack had to remind motherfuckers he could rap when he dropped that Jack Man shit. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I think that was his whole point in doing it.
Yeah, a little punch in the throat. What's up with his new is his new album? Is it done? Is it come? I know the single with Doja Cat's out.
He's actively working on it.
Nice.
You know what I mean? I just feel like he's still looking for a satisfying moment for him as far as lyrics and stuff like that.
Right.
These guys are writers. Him and Kai, they're writers. They're sitting there and just going through the best lines, best possible idea they can. And that takes time, That's how we used to do it back in the day, like 3-4 years sometimes to make an album because they was trying to come up with the best ideas.
Yeah, that's true. Back in the day, people used to really like, damn, when is Nas gonna drop again? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. The living experience, you know what I mean? Just going out there.
That's why you could appreciate like Tyler so much.
For sure.
Especially because he makes such a moment out of it too, and like in every album or every season, similar to like someone like Outkast is like, it's not comparable to the last. Like that doesn't happen that often these days.
It's almost like you have to, in order for it to be so unique and like intentional, you have to take your time.
Yes.
Like you can't rush Chromacopia and that rollout and that. Hey, yo, what's the mood board like for this album? What am I gonna wear?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Real shit.
Color schemes, all that shit.
That's what Kanye used to do before. Obviously he's got his own mood board now.
Shit.
But like you think.
But speaking of that too, though, he made a very good point. I will say in that interview, and not to get controversial, but when he was talking about like putting an album together and like when you take an album of a certain specific, like it needs to be curated to have a certain sound, like you know what I mean, like
for sure
people don't do that they don't take it that serious.
100%. Kai, what's up with you, man? What do you got coming, man? I know I know you dropped a single.
Yeah, What You Want just came out. I dropped You See It before that, and Cash Rules is coming out on April 25th. It's the first project on the label.
Cash Rules?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm just super hyped. Like, that's why we out here right now.
Yeah.
Pushing.
Are you, I think at this point, like, Generation Now has become like a staple.
Yeah, for sure.
If you think about like
Appreciate that.
the legacy of, you know, two of the biggest artists of the last decade are,
Facts.
you know.
Yeah.
So is there any pressure?
Nah, for me it's more so like I'm just excited because I'm about to be the third.
Right.
That's how I've come into it. Like I know I'm gonna be the third.
Right.
I got the chance to really see like just as fans first. Well, as a fan of them first,
Right.
like how it worked for both of them, Jack and Uzi. And it's just like, oh yeah, I'm in this place. I can't do no wrong.
Right.
You know? So I'd be more excited than pressured for real.
What made you tap in with like the LA guys early?
I used to be out here a lot.
Yeah.
I used to come out here from when I was like 13 all the way to maybe like 2019, right before COVID. I was out here damn near every
So
summer.
you were out here on the grip.
Yeah.
Yeah, family out here? Or?
Yeah. My pops ended up staying out here for 10 years. He had a sneaker store. He had hands in reopening World on Wheels before COVID.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, so I used to just be out here.
Yeah. So you got fucking ties to LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is your pop still out here?
Nah. He moved back to New York.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, once
still
COVID
out
got a
here.
little zany.
Yeah, COVID fucked everything up
Yeah.
for real.
Except
So,
in Atlanta.
yeah, and that's why I ended up moving to. So it was just like I ended up being outside.
I was over there like, damn, you can still get lap dances?
Hell yeah, they closed for a week.
7 nights a week.
Shout out to the ATL. For you, man, is there anything like, obviously, when you drop like I know it's not your debut project. You got a couple of projects out.
Yeah,
But this is like your first like real major,
yeah.
release with Generation Now. Is there, are you like super cognizant of like, shit, when 50 dropped his first time with M, there was Get Rich or Die Trying, Doggy Style. Like there's all these kind of like this legacy of like classic first projects, if you will. Is that something you go into it thinking about? Or
I try not to put because that feels like pressure to me sometimes. Like
yeah,
and it all comes when you see the end result.
Right.
It's like, oh, this is legendary, and I feel like Cash Rules is gonna be super legendary still, but I don't really pay that too much attention like I have before.
Right.
But it's just like, nah. Like more so I'd be like, damn, this nigga might have got a Grammy nomination off his first mixtape, or he made $1 million on his first mixtape, like how Drake did or how Meek did or something like that.
Right.
Or even like just things in that nature more than like, oh, this first project with the label, so on and so forth. Like, what can I do with the mixtape?
right.
That's really how I look at it for the most part.
Yeah. Do you think there's going to be a resurgence of the mixtape era? It feels like artists are doing more like on the fly shit, not worried too much about DSPs.
Yeah.
Like,
I think there's some nostalgia. There's always some nostalgia. So I don't know if I would feel like a full resurgence, but I mean, in the last couple of years, obviously, like even after me and Tyler did Call Me If You Get Lost, there was a huge Gangsta Girls resurgence. Like you see what Swamp is doing with Cardi.